changes its expression. Apartment lights stay awake longer. Taxi headlights slide across wet streets. Somewhere downstairs, a convenience store door keeps opening and closing. Small sounds like that make people think too deeply. I leaned against the window, holding tea that had already gone cold, and suddenly remembered something you said last summer. Warm air makes people softer at night. You laughed after saying it, like it wasn't important. Memory is strange that way. The things you thought were gone return quietly on completely ordinary nights. Sometimes I still live inside your sentences, still borrow your way of speaking without realizing it. I stopped reading halfway through a page, not because the writing was beautiful, but because I found a line you had underlined in pencil years ago. Maybe that's all people are in the end. Margins left behind inside someone else's life. Outside, the curtains move slowly, the kind of slow movement that makes a room feel lonelier. Some nights stretch endlessly, nothing happens, still your heart feels overcrowded, and without meaning to, you begin trusting old memories more than the life in front of you. Maybe love never really leaves. Maybe it dissolves quietly into habits. The way someone folds their sleeves, the way they leave windows open before sleeping. At the window at 3 a.m. I keep rereading vanished seasons, even knowing there's nowhere left to return to. People still turn around sometimes, as if an old version of themselves might still be standing there waiting. Thin summer air, curtains moving slowly, and a heart cooling down beside the window. At 11 o'clock, the grocery store felt strangely gentle. Half-empty aisles, quiet fluorescent lights. Someone choosing oranges carefully, like it mattered deeply. I reached for the tea you used to buy before remembering I didn't need to anymore. For a second, my hands forgot the difference between habit and memory. Heartbreak isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like this. Standing still in aisle 7, holding something out of habit, trying not to notice how quietly a life can change. The child somewhere near the freezer section started crying softly. Someone laughed near the register. The automatic doors kept opening and closing. Everything felt painfully ordinary. I think that was the hardest part, knowing the world continues so naturally while one person disappears from yours completely. Outside, the parking lot shimmered from earlier rain. Street lights reflected across puddles like unfinished thoughts. Some people leave dramatically, others leave slowly. One forgotten toothbrush at a time, one side of the bed at a time, one grocery basket becoming lighter each month. And somehow that kind of leaving hurts longer. I used to think healing would feel obvious, but mostly it feels administrative. Throwing old receipts away, learning smaller portions, stopping yourself from buying things for someone who no longer calls. At 11 o'clock, the grocery store still glows the same way. Cashiers still ask polite questions. People still carry flowers home carefully. And somewhere between the tea aisle and the refrigerator lights, I realized loneliness often arrives looking completely normal. Plastic bags rustling softly, warm night air outside, and someone standing still for a little too long beside the tea shelves. Thin curtains moved with the night air. The apartment smelled faintly of soap and heat. I couldn't sleep, so I counted passing headlights instead. Somewhere outside, a motorcycle faded into the distance. Someone laughed loudly for a second, then everything became quiet again. You used to say, cities become honest after midnight. I think you were right. There's something about sleepless buildings that makes people stop pretending. There are feelings that only arrive when the whole world grows quiet enough. Not dramatic feelings, not cinematic heartbreak, just small, invisible heaviness settling slowly inside ordinary rooms. The kitchen light was still on. A glass of water sat untouched beside the sink, and the fan kept moving warm air from one side of the room to the other, like it had nowhere else to go. I opened the refrigerator without needing anything, mostly for the light. Funny how lonely people start appreciating small sources of brightness outside. Thin curtains moved again, slowly, like the room was breathing in its sleep. Some nights stretch gently forever. You sit on the floor for no reason, replay old conversations badly, think about people you no longer know how to reach, and somehow the silence begins sounding familiar. I used to believe healing would feel bigger than this, but maybe it's quieter. Maybe it's simply learning how to exist peacefully inside the same rooms where sadness once lived loudly. Thin curtains moving in August, street lights slipping across the ceiling. The city still awake somewhere outside, and one person sitting beside an open window, trying not to mistake loneliness for nostalgia again. Warm midnight air, fading headlights, and curtains moving softly in the dark. The stairway smelled like rain again. Someone downstairs was cooking late, and through the thin apartment walls a television laughed by itself. I stood there holding my keys, not really ready to go inside. Some nights feel too quiet to belong to just one person. On the fourth floor landing, a bicycle leaned against the wall, its wheels still wet from outside, like somebody had just come home to someone waiting. I kept staring at it longer than necessary. Maybe loneliness isn't dramatic. Maybe it's just this, standing still for a little too long outside your own door, listening to footsteps disappear upstairs while pretending you're not hoping they stop for you. The apartment felt warmer than the hallway. Still I left my shoes on for a while. The kitchen light buzzed softly. A cup sat drying beside the sink, and for a second the room almost looked lived in again. You used to leave music playing quietly, even when you weren't listening. Said silence became heavier when people noticed it too much. I think about that often now. There are nights that don't hurt loudly. They settle slowly into the room, into the chair beside the window, into the half-finished glass of water you forgot to drink. And somehow everything begins sounding like memory. I used to think heartbreak would feel larger than this, but mostly it feels domestic, like folding laundry alone, like hearing your own footsteps too clearly, like learning how many sounds two people used to make together. Maybe that's why people walk at night, to hear something besides themselves, to let traffic lights and distant conversations briefly carry the weight of being alive. Sometimes I still stand in that stairway a little longer than I need to, listening to rainwater drip somewhere below, like the night still has something left to say. Past midnight, warm hallway lights, and someone taking longer than necessary to unlock the door. Shirts move slowly on the rooftop line. The whole neighborhood smelled like wet concrete. Somewhere far away, a motorcycle disappeared into the warm night air. He once told me summer nights make people honest. Back then I laughed like I understood what you meant. Now I stand here alone, watching sleeves move in the wind, like people trying not to leave completely. Now every warm wind sounds a little like your voice, and every rooftop light feels unfinished somehow. Some nights don't feel lonely immediately. They arrive slowly, like humidity settling into fabric. The rooftop chairs were still there, one missing a leg slightly, the way it always had been. You used to sit with your feet up, drinking canned beer too quickly, talking about cities you wanted to disappear into someday. I wonder if you ever did, if people mostly stay exactly where their sadness first recognized them. Below us, windows glowed softly, tiny square lives stacked above each other, everyone awake for different reasons. There are nights when the world feels strangely survivable, beautiful exactly, just quiet enough for people to admit what they've been carrying. And somehow your absence still sits beside me, like a familiar summer habit. I used to think memories faded cleanly, but they don't. They linger in ordinary weather, in rooftop air, and shirts drying at midnight, and sentences nobody answered properly. Now every rooftop feels temporary, every season slightly unfinished. Still, I come up here sometimes when sleep refuses to arrive, listening to the city breathe below me like something enormous and lonely. And for a few minutes under weak apartment lights and moving fabric, I almost believe people can survive missing each other forever. Warm midnight air, wet concrete, and shirts still moving slowly long after everyone's gone inside. That orange lamp near the sofa still turns the room the same color. Funny how places continue living long after people leave. Your book remains half open, page 43, as if you only stepped out for coffee and forgot how late it was getting. The air still smells faintly like hand cream and old paper, and every evening around sunset the apartment grows softer somehow, like it's still waiting for someone gently. Some memories never shout, they sit quietly in corners waiting for midnight before speaking again. And suddenly a room becomes difficult to look at without remembering who used to breathe inside it. I watered the plant beside the window today, the one you kept insisting would die without sunlight. It's still alive somehow, leaning slightly toward the glass like people do when they're hoping for warmth outside. Someone was walking a dog slowly, a train moved somewhere far away, and the lamp beside the sofa kept glowing patiently through the dark. Some nights feel less like sadness and more like being left behind by time itself. There are evenings when loneliness arrives beautifully, through orange light, through dust floating quietly in the room, through unfinished books and cooling cups of tea. And for a moment, you almost mistake grief for comfort. Maybe that's why people keep old rooms unchanged, not because they expect someone to return, but because certain versions of ourselves still live there too. The quieter ones, the softer ones, the people we became when someone loved us gently. That orange lamp near the sofa still turns the room the same color, and every now and then I leave it on longer than necessary, just to feel like the evening hasn't ended yet. Like somewhere between the shadows and the warm light on page 43, someone is still here beside me, reading silently. Late evening glow, half-open pages, and one small lamp keeping the room warm for nobody now. At 2 in the morning, the refrigerator sounds louder than usual, like the apartment's trying to prove it's still alive somehow. I stood in the kitchen barefoot, drinking cold water straight from the glass, watching reflections tremble slightly inside the dark window. The city outside had almost disappeared, only a few apartment lights remained awake, the kind of people who probably also couldn't sleep. Some nights don't feel lonely immediately. They arrive quietly through small mechanical sounds, through untouched cups on tables, through realizing nobody's waiting for you to come to bed anymore. Your sweater still hangs near the hallway, not intentionally, I just never decided what moment was appropriate to move it. Funny how grief behaves, not like waves, more like dust settling slowly over ordinary things, until everything begins looking older somehow. Outside, a taxi crossed the intersection below, yellow light slipping across the ceiling for only a second, then gone again. I think adulthood is mostly learning how to carry absence politely, answering messages, washing dishes, buying groceries, while quietly missing someone in the background of every ordinary task. You once told me some people are easier to love at night. Back then, I thought you meant romance. Now I think you meant loneliness recognizes itself better after midnight. At 2 in the morning, the apartment feels strangely honest. No distractions left, no conversations to hide inside. Just soft electrical sounds in the shape of your absence, moving gently through every room. And somehow, the refrigerator humming in the dark becomes proof that something here is still trying to continue. In the kitchen light, warm summer air, and one person standing quietly beside the sink. Long after sleep should have arrived. There's a blue mug by the sink. I still haven't moved yet. Not for sentimental reasons, at least that's what I tell myself. The handle's chipped a little on one side. You used to turn it away automatically, like certain broken things didn't need to be seen every day. Outside rain gathered softly on the air conditioner ledge, and the apartment carried the quiet smell of wet concrete and coffee. People rarely notice the exact moment someone becomes a memory. It happens slowly, in kitchens and silence, in the space beside ordinary objects that stop belonging to anyone completely. I opened the cabinet looking for tea and found your handwriting on an old receipt. Just 2 words: buy oranges. Funny how small sentences survive people. The refrigerator hummed quietly. A neighbor upstairs dragged a chair across the floor. And somewhere outside, a delivery scooter disappeared into the rain. The world kept continuing in small, practical ways. Meanwhile, I stood there rereading your handwriting like it explained something important. Some nights don't feel emotional at all. You wash dishes, fold laundry, water plants that barely need saving. Still beneath every movement there's this soft invisible ache, moving quietly beside you like another person in the room. I used to think healing meant finally forgetting someone. Now I think it's learning how to carry their absence without turning every evening into a funeral. Maybe that's enough. The blue mug by the sink still catches morning light the same way. And every now and then I leave it there intentionally. Not because I believe you'll come back, not because I enjoy being sad, but because certain objects become part of the emotional architecture of a life, and removing them changes the shape of the room completely. Rain against the window, soft kitchen light, and one blue mug drying slowly beside the sink. The lights upstairs are still on again. It's almost 3 in the morning. Someone's probably washing dishes late, or sitting alone at their kitchen table, pretending not to think about anything serious. The building makes strange sounds at night, pipes shifting softly, elevators breathing open and closed, footsteps fading somewhere above me. And somehow, all of it feels strangely comforting, like proof that other people are awake too. Maybe cities are just collections of people trying quietly to endure themselves, one apartment at a time, one sleepless window at a time. And sometimes, when the night gets too still, you can almost feel everyone missing something together. I made tea I didn't really want, just to have something warm to hold. The steam disappeared quickly, the room stayed cold anyway. You used to leave music playing softly while reading on the floor beside the sofa. Half the time I don't think either of us listen properly. We just liked hearing something alive in the room outside. Rainwater slid slowly down the glass, street lights blurred into long orange lines. Everything looked softer that way, more forgivable somehow. There are nights when loneliness feels almost peaceful, not because it hurts less, but because you stop fighting it for a while. You let the silence sit beside you, you let old memories enter without argument, and the whole apartment starts feeling like a conversation unfinished years ago. I think people misunderstand sadness. The deepest kind isn't dramatic, it's quiet routines continuing normally, while something visible keeps aching underneath them. Replying politely, buying groceries, folding shirts still warm from the dryer. The lights upstairs are finally off now. The building has gone still again. Only the refrigerator humming softly, and rain tapping against the balcony rail. And me, sitting here longer than necessary, watching reflections move across the dark window, like another version of my life passing by slowly. Late night rain, dim apartment light, and someone still awake long after the city softened into silence. Yeah. Late again. You sit across from me like you got nowhere else tonight. Jacket hanging off your shoulder, city lights caught in your eyes. We talk about nothing special, weather, music, people we knew, but every quiet little pause keeps pulling me closer to you. I say I should probably leave soon. You smile like you know I won't. You don't flirt too hard, you don't push too deep. That's probably why I keep letting you near me. There's something dangerous about how easy this feels. Stay until the coffee gets cold, until the streetlights blur outside. Stay until I stop pretending I don't think about you at night. You move slow when you touch my hand, like you already know my scars. And God, I hate how comfortable you are inside my heart. Stay a little longer, a little longer. Don't say goodbye yet, not yet. The cafe's almost empty now, chairs upside down on nearby tables. A jazz song plays too softly for either of us to name it. You trace circles on your glass while I pretend not to stare. Funny how some people walk into your loneliness like they've lived there for years. Outside, the rain starts slowly turning headlights into gold, and suddenly the whole city feels warmer than before. I usually leave first, before things get real, before silence turns into something I can feel. But tonight your voice sounds too good in the dark. Stay until the coffee gets cold, until morning almost starts. Stay until this tiny table feels bigger than our separate hearts. You lean close when you say my name, like you're trying not to break me apart. And God, I hate how natural you are inside my heart. Maybe love isn't fireworks, maybe it's smaller than that. Maybe it's sharing silence without needing to escape it. Maybe it's finding one person who makes loneliness quiet. Or maybe it's just this moment right here, your fingers near mine, while midnight disappears slowly. Stay until the coffee gets cold, until the sky begins turning blue. Stay until I finally admit I've been waiting for someone like you. You look at me softly now, like there's nothing left to hide. And God, I think I'd let you stay for a very long time. Cold coffee, dim cafe lights, your hand near mine. Stay tonight. Stay tonight. Slow down. You always arrive too late, like the night belongs to you first. Velvet jacket, tired eyes, cigarette smoke still on your shirt. The bartender already knows your drink before you even sit down. And somehow every room gets quieter when you're around. myself, you're probably bad for me. Still, I move closer when you speak softly. You never say the right things, that's what makes it dangerous. Every half smile feels unfinished, like you already know. I'll keep thinking about it later. You taste like red wine conversations, slow jazz and city lights, like the kind of mistake people make twice on purpose. I keep saying this means nothing, while leaning closer every night. And God, I love the way you ruin my mind. Ruin my mind, slowly, baby. Ruin my mind. Outside, the taxis blur through rain, painting gold across the windows. Your fingers tap quietly on the table in time with the piano. You ask me why I always look away when things start feeling real. I laugh softly, like that answer doesn't scare me still. Truth is, I've always been better at leaving than staying. But something about tonight makes disappearing feel impossible. Maybe it's the music, or the way you say my name low. Maybe it's just loneliness, wearing expensive perfume again. You taste like midnight conversations, perfume on hotel sheets, like every reckless decision I promised myself I'd never need. Still, I let your hands pull me closer, like I got nowhere else to be. And God, I love the way you undo me quietly. Maybe love at our age isn't innocent anymore. Maybe it's two damaged people trying to look elegant in dim lighting, pretending they don't want too much, while secretly hoping someone finally stays. You taste like old record spinning and rain against black cars, like the final cigarette before admitting what this really is. Now the whole room feels slower, your eyes still locked on mine. And God, I think I'd follow you anywhere tonight. Velvet dresses, empty glasses, city lights fading low. Don't go yet. Slow down. You always arrive too late, like the night belongs to you first. Velvet jacket, tired eyes, cigarette smoke still on your shirt. The bartender already knows your drink before you even sit down. And somehow every room gets quieter when you're around. I tell myself you're probably bad for me still. I move closer when you speak softly. You never say the right things, that's what makes it dangerous. Every half smile feels unfinished, like you already know. I'll keep thinking about it later. You taste like red wine conversations, slow jazz and city lights, like the kind of mistake people make twice on purpose. I keep saying this means nothing, while leaning closer every night. And God, I love the way you ruin my mind. Ruin my mind slowly, baby. Ruin my mind. Outside, the taxis blur through rain, painting gold across the windows. Your fingers tap quietly on the table, in time with the piano. You ask me why I always look away when things start feeling real. I laugh softly, like that answer doesn't scare me still. Truth is, I've always been better at leaving than staying, but something about tonight makes disappearing feel impossible. Maybe it's the music or the way you say my name low. Maybe it's just loneliness, wearing expensive perfume again. You taste like midnight conversations, perfume on hotel sheets, like every reckless decision I promised myself I'd never need. Still I let your hands pull me closer, like I got nowhere else to be. And God, I love the way you undo me quietly. Maybe love at our age isn't innocent anymore. Maybe it's two damaged people trying to look elegant in dim lighting, pretending they don't want too much, while secretly hoping someone finally stays. You taste like old records spinning and rain against black cars, like the final cigarette before admitting what this really is. Now the whole room feels slower, your eyes still locked on mine. And God, I think I'd follow you anywhere tonight. Velvet dresses